makes no sense. Hello everyone and welcome back to Worship Keys. My name is Claire and today I'll be teaching you how to play Yet by The King Will Come. Our key is D flat. The tempo is 130, or you can half that and do it at 65. And the time signature is 4/4. So let's get started with the intro. But before we do that, let's look at our key. So we're in the key of D flat. So that is D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, and D flat. So let's start with the intro. So we've got three chords, a D flat, an E flat minor, and the G flat. So our D flat chord is a D flat, F, and A flat. Then an E flat minor chord is an E flat, G flat, and B flat. And then a G flat chord is a G flat, B flat, and a D flat. So for our introduction, we've got three chords, D flat, E flat, then G flat holds for the whole bar, D flat again, then our E flat, and our G flat. So the way I'm probably going to play that is quite a few different ways, but I think I'll just do it like this. So on my left hand, we're going to have a D flat, A flat, and the D flat notes being pressed. And on my right hand, I'm going to hit the A flat and the D flat notes. And together that will give us our D flat chord. So D flat, then our E flat minor chord, I'm going to hit on my left hand, E flat, B flat, and E flat. And on my right hand, it's an E flat and B flat. And then we are going to hit our G flat chord. And on my left hand, I'm doing G flat, D flat. And on my right hand, I'm doing an A flat and a D flat. Oh, I'm also going to hit that other G flat on my left. So we've got G flat note, D flat note, and G flat note. And on my right hand, I'm going to do an A flat and a G and a D flat. So our three chords, we've got our D flat, E flat minor, G flat 2, 3, go back to D flat, E flat minor, G flat. So you can play it like that, or you can do something like this, which I heard on the YouTube video, which on my right hand, I'm hitting the D flat and an A flat. And on my left hand, for the D flat chord, I'm going to do a D flat and then the next D flat in the octave. And then for the E flat minor chord, I'll do the same. An E flat on the next octave. And then on the G flat chord, I'm going to hit the G flat and then the G flat on the octave. And my right hand is still doing that D flat and A flat between the two. So D flat, E flat minor, then G flat. Go back to D flat. You can do that or keep it simple. E flat, G flat. Completely up to you. Then we can go on to verse 1. Verse 1 starts with the D flat. And the singer will start, God, E flat minor, G flat. Don't give up on me, D flat. Yet, E flat minor, G flat. I know I'm not your D flat best bet, E flat minor, but I'm G flat trying. So don't give up on me, D flat. Yet, E flat minor, then G flat. Then we can move on to verse 2, and it's the same pattern. and D flat. God, E flat minor, G flat. Don't leave me here, D flat alone, E flat minor, G flat. I know I need D flat to grow, E flat minor still, but I'm G flat trying. Don't leave me here, D flat alone, E flat minor, then a G flat. That's the end of verse 2. Then we go on to the chorus, and now we're introducing a B flat minor chord. So that is a B flat, D flat, and an F. And I'm hitting those notes on both my left and right hand. I know on the word come, you are doing your B flat minor, come so far, but then an A flat chord, which is an A flat, C, and an E flat. Got so far to, then our G flat chord, go. And I'm hitting that a bit differently this time. So on both hands, I'm hitting a G flat, B flat, and a D flat. Next line. And with these B flat minor, brand new scars, and this A flat, broken heart is G flat, hard to really know. Next part, B flat minor. If there's the word reason, so the first part of re on the word reason is a B flat minor, re, A flat, sun. And if the word I'll, as in I'll ever see it, I'll is a D flat. So we can move our hands down to do a D flat chord, D flat, F, and an A flat, D flat chord. And ever, the word see is a G flat chord, see it. If there's a B flat minor, re, A flat, sun. And if D flat chord, I'll ever G flat, see it, A flat, but I wanna believe it. So we hold this. So don't give up on me. Then we go back to what we did for our introduction and the verses, the D flat, D flat. So we got our D flat, E flat minor, and then our G flat. I believe you only go around that once before you go on to the next verse. So our next verse, but before we do that, I've checked my analytics and 95% of you are not subscribed. So if this video is blessing you so far, then I would encourage you to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification so you know when I next upload. So let's go on to verse 3. So we've got our D flat. We're going back and we're going to do that same 3 chords, D flat, E flat minor, and G flat. So we hit the D flat, God, E flat minor, then our G flat. I know it makes no D flat sense, E flat minor, G flat. And you love me time again, D flat, E flat minor, still need G flat, reminding I know it makes no D flat sense, E flat minor, then our G flat. After verse 3, then we go back to our chorus, B flat minor. I know I've come so far and I've A flat, got so far to G flat, go, B flat minor. And with these brand new scars, A flat broken. Now for heart, we're going to do our D flat normally, but we're going to hit an F on the base of our left hand. So it'll be a D flat chord on our right, which is either D flat, F, and A flat. And on our left hand, we are going to hit the F for the bass. Broken heart. Then we go back to our G flat chord. It's hard to really know. Back to B flat minor. If there's a re, A flat, sun. And if D flat, I'll ever G flat, see it, A flat, but I wanna believe it. So we're going to do an A flat sus at this point. So, but I wanna A flat chord, leave it, A flat sus, which is A flat sus is an A flat, D flat, and E flat. So our normal A flat chord is an A flat, C, and an E flat. So we are going to suspend the C and we're going to hit the D flat instead. But I wanna burst. So on the word believe, we're doing a normal A flat chord. Leave it, A flat sus. Then we go back to an A flat. So don't give up on me. Back to our D flat yet. E flat minor, then G flat. Then we're going to go into the tag, which sings don't give up on me. Back to our D flat. We're just going to keep repeating these 3 chords. Don't give up on me, D flat, then our E flat minor, then our G flat. Don't give up on me, D flat, then the E flat minor, then the G flat. Don't give up on me. I believe that's done 4 times. Then we are going to go to the bridge, which is the same 3 chords, just the melody changes around a little bit. So we go back to our D flat. Don't, E flat minor, give, G flat, up. Don't give up, D flat. Don't, E flat minor, give, G flat, up. Don't give up on me. Now, when that does repeat, the chords are now going to change. So we're going to do a B flat minor. Don't, A flat, give, then a D flat with an F between give and the word up. D flat, F on the bass, then G flat, up. Don't give up on me. I'll do that in real time just so you can hear the speed. B flat minor. Don't, A flat, give, D flat with the F, then G flat for the word up. Don't give up on me. Last line, B flat minor. Don't, A flat, give, D flat with an F, then the word up is a B. I believe this is held. So we're going to do a B chord. First time we're doing this chord, and actually the last time we're doing this chord in this song. So we've got a B, E flat, and G flat. Then we are going back and we're going to do verse 4, and it's the same D flat, E flat minor, and G flat. God, E flat minor, and G flat. I know I'm not D flat the same. E flat minor, G flat. But you knew that I D flat would change. And E flat minor, think that you're G flat trying to tell me it's so. D flat K, E flat minor, G flat. Then we go back to the chorus again, same chords. I know I've come so far and I've got so far to go. B flat minor, and with these brand new scars and this broken heart, it's hard to really know if there's a reason. Then I finally see it. A flat, but I wanna believe it. A flat sus, back to A flat. So don't give up on me. Back to D flat again. Yet E flat minor, G flat. Don't give up on me yet. D flat, E flat minor, and G flat. Don't give up on me. So the song actually ends on the G flat chord. So the outro, she only repeats that. Don't give up on me yet. Then we do our D flat, E flat, G flat. Don't give up on me. D flat, E flat, G flat. Then we hit that G flat. Don't give up on me. And we end the song on the G flat. That's it. I've taught you all the sections of the song, so hopefully you are ready to learn it and play it for yourself or for your congregation or for your worship time. So that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget that if you like this video, do hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification so you know when I next upload a video, and I'll see you in my next one. Ooh. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me.